Buzzsaw. So first thing is figuring out your appropriate length of your poi, shortening them to the right length. How to wrap it up. I think, how many fingers are you using? Did you decide what length feels good? So I would say wrap it around 2 or 3 fingers like this. Then I would pinch between your index finger and your thumb. Yes, and then you keep it toward the tip of the finger so that you can hold it close enough to the edge of your finger so that it doesn't actually catch on your finger as you're rotating it. You pinch between the tips, and you want to do that with both. Let's start with your left poi. And what I want you to do is do this little pendulum here on the, if you look at, is on the right side of your left arm. And at the bottom of the turn, pull it toward you, in toward your face. Now rotate your wrist. Good. And you can pump your arm up and down a little bit like this. And it doesn't have to be, it could be at any height. It could be down here, it could be up here, whatever. It's all the same thing. Okay, more wrist rotation, more wrist rotation, more wrist. So you want to, as you're doing it, your hand is locked like this versus rotating. Allow your fingers to rotate. And now if you can, extra bonus, relax your empty hand while you're doing that. And notice how it changed everything. If I were to show you from the side, when the poi is going from this portion of the turn to this portion of the turn, that's when you steer it. And the steering happens by flicking your fingers toward your face. And how that looks is, it's not just your fingertips, but it's also like a scoop with your wrist. So it's this kind of motion, scoop, scoop, flick, scoop, flick, scoop, flick, scoop, flick. It is awkward in the beginning, for sure. And scoop, scoop, scoop. Focus on the bottom of the turn, trying to pull it in toward you. Pull toward you, pull toward you, pull toward you, pull, pull, pull. Scoop, flick, scoop, flick, scoop, flick, rotate, scoop, flick, rotate, scoop, flick. There's even maybe a little bounce of the arm up and down, all of those things. Okay, let's switch arms. Maybe doing it a little bit with your right hand will help. So again, you want to wrap it around however many times, and then pinch at your fingertip, and then at the bottom of the turn, pull toward your face. Pull toward your face. On the inside, not the outside. So you're out here. You want to come in toward your face. So put your hand here, pull toward your face. Pull, pull, pull. Yeah. And more rotation with the wrist. More rotation, more rotation, more rotation. So if I showed you this one, you'll notice, if I come closer to the camera, you might notice that I barely am even holding it. I don't even keep my finger fully pinched on it the whole time. I just keep it there enough to make sure that the poi doesn't fall off the tip of my hand. This is a fine motor skill, so where you might experience preference with the gross motor skill with your other hand, it makes sense to me that you might experience preference with this hand with the fine motor skill. We'll do the left hand. And again, on the inside, so in between your arms, not on the outside, so in between the arms, pull toward your face. The thing about it is, the shorter you go, the faster the poi spins. So it requires that you do these flicks quicker if it's shorter. So of course you have to balance that against the longer it is, the more likely it might be to hit your chest or chin or nose, or feel like it might hit you even if it's not going to. The thing is, as it's coming up toward you, there is wind, so you're getting even more of the sensory perception that it's actually going to hit you, even if, like, because you are having a ball coming toward you, but you also feel the air. So you're not crazy. This is normal. And this is why this is a big favorite when you're fire dancing, right? Because the illusion that you're setting yourself on fire is very real. It's a very real illusion.